Crown Computing bring innovative solutions to a diverse client base to help solve some of their toughest workforce management challenges. We are a technology leader, innovating in workforce management and partnering with organisations in both the public and private sectors to help make them stay competitive and efficient. The right solution can mean a quantum leap in automating data collection, significantly lowering costs, improving efficiency and increasing productivity.
AkzoNobel is a global performance coatings company with products ranging from automotive, marine and decorative in brands such as Dulux Paints, Cuprinol as well as international. In the UK, AkzoNobel employs 4,000 employees across different facilities from production, head office and also the stores network. The need that AkzoNobel partnered with Crown was due to the number of different systems that we had within the organisation. These range from Lotus Notes databases through to paper processes and Excel spreadsheets. We were looking and need to bring some consistency to the organisation and also to be able to meet requirements at both a local level and also at a strategic level with regards to our time and attendance reporting. It was quite critical to be able to have a tool where we could support from our central shared services and support the managers out in the field. We went about selecting a vendor by first of all identifying a number of companies that offered the time and attendance workforce management system. What we did then is we put out our requirements to them for them to respond, which led to formal presentations by the companies. We assessed their requirements against what we were looking for, and Crown came up as the leader in that selection process. The advantage of working with Crown that we found was the customer help desk. They were great in terms of responding quickly to queries and questions that we had, particularly during the build and test phase of the system.
I guess the main advantage of working with Crown was that we all of a sudden had the flexibility to look at real-time reporting, to plan loo time, to plan holidays, to ensure there were no gaps in stores and regions. And of course, having that information on a real-time basis actually helped us take the appropriate action and make the right decisions at the right time. Formerly, we were actually waiting several weeks to look at information. Now, it is in real time.
The fact that we've got 3 or 4 stores per territory, it's ideal. We can actually see the whole of our group staffing at once. You can actually print off a whole year at a time if you want to. We can tell who's going to be there that day, who's got holidays booked, so we can actually schedule in advance. The loo time aspect is fantastic. It used to be on paperwork, now it's not. We can actually do it on the computer. We can actually move staff from one store to another around the territory by just shifting the work pattern over, which is something we've never been able to do before. That always used to be held at head office and we had problems with that before, but now it's a great system and it's just been a click of a button.
Well, the initial focus was actually on the AkzoNobel stores group and one manufacturing plant within the wider Deco business. And what this enabled us to actually do was get a real consistency, because we were using many different ways of recording this sort of thing. It enabled us to measure and monitor clocking on times, clocking off times, holiday patterns. We're now all singing off the same hymn sheet and we're all measuring the same thing. We rolled out the system and trialled it and did the training across 3 regions within the company. This was done by a combination of remote teleconferencing and the use of some in-house champions that we'd actually appointed, using training materials supplied by Crown, which we've latterly adapted to provide ongoing training.
It's been a fantastic system. At first it was a case of we had the project team taking it on and we had to actually pass that down to our store managers. For me it was ideal because I actually taught 3 or 4 people how to use the system at first and they can actually pass the knowledge on.
We just launched at Slough using the web-based tool where employees are logging their absences through the intranet, which has been a good success. We've also started to work with the packaging coatings business, documenting their requirements and also starting to build a system as they are looking for a clock-in, clock-out system for their 2 production facilities in Hull and Birmingham. The longer term objective is to start to work with the AkzoNobel businesses in the UK that are currently not using the Crown system, to firstly understand their requirements and then match that to how we can build the Crown system to meet them, with the view of bringing greater consistency to the AkzoNobel UK organisation. We're going to start to look at open options for the future with regard to embedding that into the different businesses first. Once we've embedded it into the business, it then is about growing the system, looking at the reporting side, looking at the reports that we have and how best to tailor the reports to each of the businesses so the managers are getting the best out of the system, but also to consider and look at the business process in Crown. That really is to help us manage our processes more efficiently, particularly around sickness and return to work.
If you would like to see how we can help your organisation get a competitive edge and significant return on investment, then contact us today.